Yeah, Brits abroad, mate. Brits abroad.
You know it. So you hit record already?
You killed it. How that looks amazing.
Cheers, bro.
Mate. Yeah, you guys have killed it.
Thanks, man.
Try our best, mate. Yeah.
Mic check. 1 2 check.
1 2. Welcome to an episode of Music Matters podcast. We're live at Bass Coast 2022 and stoked to have on the show T.Williams. Thanks for coming on, bro.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, man.
You're the first.
Yeah, first up.
Man.
All right, dope. All right.
Cherry, bro.
Yeah.
Always like to be the first guy in, man. Yeah, it's always good.
First guy.
Yeah.
So, how did your music journey start then? Like, where did it all begin? Like,
I mean, yes. All right.
Yeah, tell us a bit about yourself.
Let's go back. All right. I actually
from?
just told a guy. So I'm from West London. I'm from a borough, Ealing Borough in West
Ealing,
London. Yeah.
I know Ealing.
You guys know Ealing? All right.
my family's all from New Cross.
All right.
I'm only from down Swindon, so I used to go up to London quite a bit, mate.
M4 corridor, mate. I'm just off the M4 corridor myself, anyways. All right. So we know this. So yes, I'm from Ealing, Norfolk in Ealing, in the borough of Ealing, and I started off basically to tell the truth, like, so basically started off as a young kid, like getting into jungle.
Yeah.
My cousin.
D&B back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day, my cousin Adrian and a good friend of mine called it. They both were just like people that were like. So my cousin used to feed me tapes from his friend Romain, Cool FM tapes. And
yeah,
that
man.
was stuff. I'm like,
Cool solid,
FM,
yeah.
Easy still rocking Cool FM, man.
Yeah,
right?
They were like the heroes, the gods.
Yeah, mate.
And yeah, so he would feed me tapes. And my other friend basically hooked me up with Cubasis, the original program.
The original
Cube, yeah,
Steinberg.
Yeah,
I remember, mate, a buddy of mine had Steinberg, and I went round his house, black and white screen.
Yeah, exactly, the black and white
like,
screen,
tube monitor.
Yeah, moving them blocks around. Like, it was.
Mate.
So let's just say, like, I got like kind of lucky to have those two people in my life at quite an early stage, and so I've known my friend called it since I was like 4 years old, first year of primary school. His family was into music, he's into music and all the rest of it. And then my cousin was like a really big influence on me at that point in time. So really it just started from there, like literally just figured out that this kind of like electronic music was like, so my mum and dad listened to reggae, roots reggae, calypso.
Sure.
My parents, my heritage is like Caribbean, Grenada,
mate.
Dominica. Yeah. So they're all into that. And I would just listen to that as a kid. I got to 8-9 years old. I hear jungle music, and I'm like, this is me.
Yeah.
So fast forward, 11, 12 years old. I've got the program. I've got everything. I start collecting records, buying records, like going out shopping.
So 11 years old, you're already getting kit. You're already buying.
Yeah, I'm buying. I'm doing a paper round.
Yeah.
I'm doing a paper round and a half. Actually, to be honest with you, I'm doing a paper round and a half. I think I was on about £15 a week.
Yeah.
And I'm just like going out, trying to buy a record. So that's like 2 a week I'd probably get to buy.
Yeah, man.
Actually, like when they were like £5, £5.50.
£5,
you know what I mean?
£8 maybe. Right,
Yeah,
for a special.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. All of that. So kind of, from that age, from high school, like just starting high school and whatever, everyone's known me as like the DJ, producer, whatever. And I just did, so that for the whole time while I was at high school, did music GCSE, whatever, and went to college and did City Westminster College, and did a BTEC in music technology there.
Yeah,
nice,
which was
mate.
cool. Yeah, whatever. But I just didn't know what else I was going to do with my life, to be honest. To be fair,
you were doing what you know you wanted to.
Exactly. So
you did know what you wanted to do.
Yeah, it's like going to that.
Right.
And so when I did that, and I met this gentleman, another friend of mine is called DJ Dice, and he was on a pirate radio station in London called Lush FM. Old school pirate radio station.
Yeah, man.
And he used to go on Ice FM as well, like from time to time. And so basically I just started, so by this time now, I'm kind of like, I'm now working at Chiquitos, clearing tables, like, and like my first ever job or whatever, proper job after the paper round. And I'm just cutting up dub plates, and going outside clubs, trying to get them to like EZ, Martin Lana, Night Jam Le Mans, Norris Double Swing Jaws, trying to give stuff to that. Obviously my stuff was like dark anyways, it was whatever, but then meeting him at college was like, all right, now I've got a DJ that's on radio, like pirate radio every week, that I can feed dub plates to, so he can keep playing them for me on the radio, so I can try to get noticed in some way, shape or form. So I'm out there doing that, and basically Johnny Cash, who is a grime legend, you know what I mean, big boy producer, he hears my stuff on DJ Dice's show, and it's like, who's this guy, whatever, And yeah, basically Dice sets it up. I go to his house one time, and Johnny Cash comes down. He's like, takes me outside, says, okay, sits me in a drop top bimmer with the fat sound system in the back. And he's like, oh yeah, I'd want to release your music, you know what I mean? Are you down? Are you down to be a part of our crew? Whatever. And I was just like, I'm 16 years old. I was like,
16 years old, man.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
you
man.
know, down,
Bro.
like, let's do it. We can do this. So yeah, that was like, so did that, and it took me probably like another. So I made a track called Invasion at that point in time, which is a grime track, and maybe it took us maybe like a year or so for him to actually put. The process of putting out music was a little bit slower back then.
Yeah.
But it took us that time, and when he put it out, we sold like between like 7,000 and 8,000 units like off the back. Like, do you know what I mean? It was like a real big moment for me, like getting loads of plays on like.
So you're like 17 at that point?
I'm 17 at that point. Yeah, by the time it comes out.
Yeah, man. That's like to get that many units moved when you're 17 years old.
Yeah, it was a good time, man.
Absolutely.
I honestly thought that. Do you know what? Funny enough, I was like, oh, it's that easy. It's like, okay, so I'm just gonna. I could just do another one of these.
Yeah.
I'll just do it again, innit? Like I'll just, oh, maybe if I do one a month. Like, do you know what I mean? I
got this.
Yeah, I got this. My head started thinking like, whatever. So that's like the humble beginnings of it. Like, really like DIY generation, kind of like just going out, getting in the dirt, and kind of
which
hustling,
is the roots of it all.
Yeah, man,
exactly.
Yeah.
And just hustling. But that was so. Obviously, I didn't do it every week after, every month after that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And obviously, iTunes, like digital downloads happened and all the rest of it. And that's when that's when the big moment happened. Where I kind of like, for me, it was there's like a weird moment where I wasn't releasing any music anymore. Like, and it was like I was trying to find out what I would say. And garage had kind of like tailed off. Grime was all on Channel U with all MCs at that time. I wasn't really into it. Yeah. It's a mad one.
Yeah.
So I kind of like, that's when I really went back to the roots of what we were doing in the 90s, like, and kind of like what really got me into garage was more probably like even to this day when I look back at some of the tapes, and what I really like started to really love about it was like those like MK and like Todd Terry tracks like that. Really, the ones
Todd
that
Terry, man, jeez,
resonated.
Yes, mate.
So. Yeah, I kind of just went back into like house learning for maybe about 3 or 4 years. You know what I mean? And that's actually when I started the T.Williams project. So like post grime, dubstep, kind of like, and I kind of slipped in the slipstream of like UK funky and like
UK
beat house music.
So what kind of era was that for you? What age were you when you kind of transitioned from that to that?
I was still in my early 20s.
Yeah.
My early 20s. I was in my early 20s.
Yeah.
So.
We've talked about it on the show quite a few times. Like I've got my collection of vinyl. Like I've still got my 1200s, bro. I'm old school, man. I barely know what CDJs are. I can function it.
Yeah.
But I still love the turntables, and I got so many Todd Terry tracks, so many of those tracks, bro. I bought all my vinyl from the UK. When we moved, my wife's Canadian, hence I'm over here. Yeah. But she was like, "Yeah, what are you gonna do with all those bits of vinyl?" I was like, "Fucking, they're coming
with me, yeah."
To the grave, babe. We're getting a C can and we're putting those in there, right?
Yeah.
So no, man. The sound from that era.
Oh, it's untouchable. It's the roots. It's like.
Man.
So even me, I'm a baby in terms of like for even to like jungle, like the way that I kind of like was into it. Like I didn't get to rave jungle like that, but I did rave just I caught the tail end of like actually raving.
Caught the end of it, kind of thing.
Yeah. No, not jungle. I caught the tail end of being in an age that was good enough to rave garage.
Okay.
I was way too young to rave to jungle. Like when like 93, 94 when it was like jump like Shy FX. I was a baby. I was still.
I'm lucky, man. I was born 73. I first started going out in like 89 and 90, 91.
Yeah,
man.
Lucky man.
Early 90s, bro.
Lucky man.
Golden era of UK music, man.
We should just turn us around and just let you tell me. Sit here and just tell me about that. I love hearing stories from that era because I wish like the tapes just sounded like
man.
They just sounded epic.
It's so raw.
Yeah.
Because there was no, the technology was limited. Mixers were basic. Right?
A lot of it was just sampling, wasn't it?
There wasn't the effects as much. You were mixing 2 tracks together, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? Pretty much.
Yeah, and it's can you like even I mean again I'm old school like you in the sense that I've still got my 1210s. Sorry. And bought vinyl here.
Yeah, nice.
You know what I mean? I'm playing vinyl
Fucking
on the
right
stage
on,
as well.
bro.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yes, mate.
So
all vinyl set?
Not all vinyl. Not all. I
okay,
wish. Do you know what? If I could have bought all vinyl, I would have. But like
it's tough to get all the tracks you want nowadays because they don't all come out on vinyl.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
I do like a set at a record store in Shepherd's Bush, like an all-night thing, and I pay for like 4 hours, and I take about 5-6 record bags with me.
Oh wow!
Like I'm
yeah, man. Go
like
kitted.
I'll go kitted up. Like, so I come with like funk, soul, everything, man.
Yeah,
garage, grime.
And then it's fun just to mix it up and just go digging.
So dope. Even just going back through my record collection, my record collection is I've got a good record collection, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even just going back through my record collection still sometimes even just surprises me. Just sometimes listen to B-sides and
B-sides.
Yeah, man.
B-sides. I pretty much, if I used to pull one out, man, and again, if you're a vinyl man, you know how to fucking open up the saran wrap on your leg. You open it up, you smell that bit of plastic. You pull that out. First thing that was going on fucking my stylus was the B-side, bro.
B-side,
Straight to it, man. Okay, yeah.
And there's something in that B-side situation is because I guess back to kind of like my journey was like every single time that I've seen success in the music industry or in music in general, it's always at a point where you start to feel like you're being boxed in.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something about that time with the B-sides. The B-sides was always the freest piece of music.
Yeah.
It was do what you want,
do
man.
what you want, man.
Do what you want.
Exactly.
Throw it on the B-side, bro. Throw it on the beat, man. Fucking A, man.
Exactly.
And that's where you find some of the gems, bro.
Absolutely love that, yeah. Right? Some of the gems.
Fucking 100%, man.
Some of the gems.
Right. Me personally, I haven't actually bought much vinyl since 2004 when I moved here.
Okay.
Right. I bought a couple of bits, but not really collecting anymore. But I really want to get back into it because more people are putting it out on vinyl again now.
Yeah, man. There's like some releases on vinyl now. Yeah.
So there's two things that I do. I go on Discogs and I just fill in the gaps in my collection. Fill in the gaps, things that I didn't get when I was a kid because I didn't have enough money.
Yeah.
I fill in the gaps, and then even just now I went to a record store.
Over here?
I was in Edmonton yesterday. I DJed in Edmonton yesterday. I went to a record store in Edmonton and I bought an old school Nervous record, a Larry Heard, and who else did I get something from? Oh man, yeah. So basically, what happened was I went to the record store, and the record store was like a normal kind of like indie record store with like rock, prog rock, whatever going on.
Yeah. And it's got the one little section,
the tiny section of like house and electronica or whatever, dance music, and then. So I'm in there and then I'm chatting to the guy and then I just says to him well, I'm here. I'm just taking a look anyways. He had Tyler the Creator's album on there. I was like, I might buy that because I'm here. I like vinyl. And then he was like, what kind of stuff are you into? I said, house music. And he was like, oh, right, I've got this box underneath here. It's not priced up. I'll have to obviously price it up for you, but like, have at it. Bro. Yes, dig. Yeah. So I spent yesterday afternoon. He literally pulls out this box. Yeah, like yay size, pulls it out. Like, and I'm just digging through this box, bro. And I even bought. I even bought another copy of Deep Inside. Like, I just bought another copy because this one was fresh. It was closed. It was still sealed up. I just bought another one. Yeah,
why not?
So like,
you might want to beat juggle.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
So this is. I'm still there, man. I'm so still there. I'm still at this point because for me, that's like my roots. That's where I'm from, and like in a way, that kind of like it just brings me back to
still
like
resonates.
Yeah, still brings me back to like that 8-year-old that really found these electronic music.
That feeling. That feeling. I used to go, and again, I have actually talked about this on the podcast. Again, I hate repeating myself, but still, it's part of the conversation. But me and my buddies used to go. Again, I lived in Swindon. We used to go to a record store in Oxford. It was only like a 35-minute drive, from Swindon to Oxford. Fuck, mate, it was one of the best records. I can't remember the name of it though, and it wasn't like a dance record store. They were everywhere. Then Oxford had a couple of good shops actually. Yeah. But this one was kind of like you said. It had everything. 2 floors, man.
Wow.
2 levels. Yeah. And up top was more your rock and your indie shit, and then downstairs was more of your like hip hoppy, dancey, maybe more electronic-y stuff. Yeah. And around, mate, and it was huge, man. The first time I went there, I almost shit my pants. Like, I'm not joking. I walked downstairs with my buddy, and I was like, oh my god,
what's going on here?
And we'd go in a group. We'd 4 or 5 of us, however many you could get in the car to make it cheaper, because we were all kids. Yeah. Fucking drive there, man. You'd walk downstairs, and they had turntables, and they wouldn't be Technics. They would just be shitty old turntables, all set up everywhere with little chairs and a set of headphones and an amp, and you could just go digging, bro.
The cams and the sound
and
decks,
then just go do your little thing, find a turntable, and start going through them. And mate, we would spend like the whole day, mate. 8 hours, man.
Yeah.
6-8 hours. You'd be in there just, and every now and again you'd walk past each other and go, fucking look what I got, bro. Yes, man.
You know what? So funny, I still do this to this day. Me and my pal, Jay Bevan, we go record shopping. We'll do like Central London, like Fonica or whatever, and then work our way back out to like West London and go to like Notting Hill Exchange. Like will be like the last spot, whatever. And we'll just go digging it there. But like, you obviously have to know. Like you have to know what's going on. So he'll be like, "How did you?" And I'm like, it's up here, bro.
It's there, bro. Yeah,
I'm the Derek Trotter of the vinyl, bro.
Yeah, the Derek Trotter. Yeah, I got this because I'm looking for people's like names or production names or whatever, and like all of that stuff. Yeah, again, it just fills me with joy to kind of like do my research and go back and again just fill in the gaps of life, like things that I could have got when I was a kid.
But who cares? You got it now.
This is true.
It's in the collection. You know what I mean?
So going on to your bass coast experience, is this your first time playing bass coast?
My very first time playing bass coast. I mean, I've only been here for like an hour or so at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, just had a tour. Place looks awesome. Looks sick. I'm excited. Obviously this has been 2 years in the make because I think I got booked in 2020. So it was meant to happen. I was meant to be here in 2020. So we're now here.
Booked up.
Yeah, I was already booked up from 2020. So we're now here in 2022. Yeah. So 2 years waiting, not knowing whether it was ever going to happen or not. This is one of the festivals. So this is one of the festivals that I've been told was the festival to do.
Nice while you're over here.
While we're over here, yeah. If I ever come to Canada, so it's Bass Coast and Shambhala. So, and I played Shambhala like 2019. So this was the next.
Nice. I've never actually been to Shambhala, and this is our first visit to Bass Coast.
Yes, mate. Doing the podcast.
But it's a great setup. Great setup. Yeah.
And what stage are you playing at?
I'm playing on the sleigh bay.
Sleigh bay. I've had some good vibes about that one.
6:30 tomorrow, Sunday, after Justin Martin. So it should
Justin
be
Martin,
sweet, man.
Should be fun.
Are you have you got your set sort of planned out-ish maybe, or are you going straight off your back?
Well, I bought vinyl, so like I want to play some of these records. I'm going to play them. So that's as planned out as it's going to be at this point in time. There's vinyl there that I want to play. That I picked out for this festival in particular.
Nice. Yeah, and that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. When you're playing the vinyl, I'm just going to geek out on equipment now because we're fucking geeks. How do you find the Pioneer mixers when you're playing vinyl through them, sound-wise?
Do you know what's funny is that I've always said that the Pioneer mixer isn't like quality like that. It's not that.
No.
But it's, you'll know this, right? Even if you take a Technics 1210, right, as a turntable, obviously for us it's the best turntable ever, right?
100%.
Mark II, best turntable ever. And you can't make it better, right?
No.
And so like even that when people have asked me like about the new Technics 1210s or whatever, and I'm kind of like, it's the feel. It's in the feeling.
It's fucking there,
and in the build quality. So
yes,
like,
mate.
I don't even want to.
There's too many elements to it. Again, this would be almost an hour-long conversation. Right?
So the Pioneer mixer, like, I love it, but this is what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say is when something becomes industry standard, you almost end up loving it just because you're experiencing it all the time and playing on it all the time.
Yeah.
So the DJM 900, I can say that if I do turn up and there's another mixer, so like last night I played on Rain. Rotary mixer.
Oh, nice.
Like, so it was dope.
Rotary,
I played on the rotary.
How do you like that?
It was so much fun. It was just so much fun.
I kind of like faders, though.
Yeah.
And I do like my crossfader every now and again.
So
I'm not a scratcher or nothing, but I do like kind of chopping in and out every now and again.
Never do that.
No.
Since I was a kid, I stopped chopping from when I stopped playing grime. I was like,
you know what
the thing about it is like, 'cause that's the same thing, kind of like doing the history thing. I'm not really that purist guy, but like I was like, I want to be like the purest dude. I want to have a rotary mixer. I want to do the slow blend.
The slow blend. It goes on for almost the whole fucking record.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, that's my vibe. But that's also because of the style, because of coming from where we come from. So DJ Easy being like probably one of my favorite DJs of all time, and absolute legend. You know, I almost was trying to go like, and then even if you take him and you take probably my favorite grime DJ, which was DJ Slimzy, he's another guy that chops as well. Like, so I used to chop a lot. I did used to chop a lot, and
it depends on the style
of music. Exactly. And I kind of was like, I'm doing this house thing, I'm going to change that. So last night I played at the Bower in Edmonton, which is a dope club. I played at a night called For Those Who Know, and with Blair Jr., who's a dope guy, and he brought me on. But there was a dancer from New York there who came over. They were doing a documentary on him, and he done a workshop in the daytime, and then he brought all like the dancers that were in the workshop in the daytime to the party in the evening, and they were there. It was like he's actually featured as a part of the party in the nighttime. His name's Future. He's from New York, old school house dancer.
They're not on the stage. They're on the floor.
No, they're on the floor. They're getting the party going.
They're in the punters, for sure.
And it was just a sick experience. It was just the sickest experience. And like I said,
mate.
so imagine I'm playing on a rotary mixer with house dancers on the dance floor. I was like, yeah, this is sick. So I just went off track.
Yeah, that's all
back
good.
to what I was saying. Back to what I was saying. Obviously, even though I enjoyed that last night, there was a slight bit of me that was like, where's the DJ M900? Like, do you know what I mean?
Where's my effects?
Where's my effects? Yeah, there was a bit of me. So like,
where's my echo?
Yeah, exactly. So although I don't particularly like the sound quality of it, I'd say like I've become so accustomed to it, and it is a dope mixer. Like it's like a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, man.
You've got everything.
Yeah.
It's like the V10 now. Like it's just fucking it's mad.
I got to touch the V10 once not long ago in Vancouver there, and I was just like, holy fuck.
Spaceship.
Exactly that. Yeah.
There's too many buttons.
Yeah,
right.
And the same. Do you know what? I haven't touched the CDJ 3000s yet either. Like, I haven't touched them yet. So again, I don't know.
I think they're all pretty much the same.
Really.
But you know what?
The mixer, though,
do you know what's funny? No. Do you know what's funny about the CDJs though? No, I don't really know. Definitely nuances. There's 100. Like, so if I turn up and there ain't 2000s there, again, I'm not gonna be happy.
Really?
I might be able. I'll be able to work.
You'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll
work.
But
it ain't comfortable.
And I know for a fact, because of how the CDJ 3000 looks, I can see already.
Before you walk up?
Before I walk up, there's buttons on there that I'm like, did you really need to put that there? was it really that?
Make me a coffee one. Right there, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, so kind of, again, but although they might have made it better or whatever it is, again, I think sometimes it's down to that like comfortability, and familiarity. That's the reason why. So, yeah, DJ M900, but do you own one? Do you own one?
I
have mine set up and I sold it to move to Canada.
Hold on a minute, you two are both out here?
Huh?
You both live here in Canada?
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Just in Vancouver.
No way.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Oh damn! All right. So this is why you guys are here as well. Oh, sorry, I'm piecing the dust together.
It was about you, but I mean,
I've been over here since 2004. Brad, you've been here like
for 4 years. Yeah, 4 years, mate.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
And we just met through work randomly and figured out we both like
typical,
music.
Innit?
You know what I mean?
You from England? Yeah. You? He goes, I guess you're a DJ.
Yeah.
Are you a DJ? Yeah, I am too.
So yeah. But do you know what? That's also what's awesome about us being from the UK is that music is such a big thing.
Massive.
It's huge. It's again the industry's big here, but when you look at the industry in the UK and how many people, like when you throw parties over there, it's kind of you'd get more here.
Yeah,
I guarantee if you did this in the UK, you'd have more people here.
All right. Yeah.
100%.
But I was telling people here, like I grew up with drum and bass, and then I was going Notting Hill Carnival every year from like 16 years old, right? Yeah. And I was saying to one of the guys here, I was like, Notting Hill Carnival is probably one of the best
square miles,
mate. It's just wicked. Digital Soundboy was there, man.
Yeah,
that was one of the best stages I watched. Digital Soundboy.
That Notting Hill Carnival. And Glastonbury
as well.
Was when I was
the
a
Meccas.
kid, I used to be able to climb in Glastonbury. I never used to pay, bro. I was old school. Climb that fence, man.
Do you know what? Oh my god! So basically, my second time playing Glastonbury, I played whatever, and then I left to go play in Amsterdam, and I come back, and I come back with one of my pals. Like I was like, I had a spare band, so we've come back and. So instead of going through the artist way, we come through like normal entrance, whatever, and we're walking in and we see this guy and this girl, right, at, like literally like far out, like there's like a couple of fences to kind of get over.
Now you got to jump
over a couple.
And they patrol it.
Yeah, they patrol it. So we've seen this guy and this girl out at the couple of fences back now. Yeah, we've gone through and we're walking through whatever, and we're not even thinking about it. Completely forgotten about them. We get through now, and we get into the festival. Turn right. The guy and the girl are literally walking in the festival right there. Yeah, I was like, no way did they just jump all those in. absolutely insane. Like,
It's
absolutely
crazy,
insane.
Because again, back in the day, it wasn't even sheet metal. Now they pretty much sheet metal that fence.
Yeah. So the guy was trying to lift the girl up, or do the opposite, and they were just trying to like figure out a pattern for how they were going to get over it, or whatever. When we was walking past, and they were like, "Oh," they asked us if we've had a spare ticket or band or whatever. I was like, "Nah, sorry." You know what I mean? Whatever. And yeah, boy, they literally scaled that, like, and they were in before we were.
Mate, one year, once they started building that big double fence thing, one year I went there, my girlfriend at the time and another couple, and I was like, yeah, we got this, don't worry about it. I've done this for years.
I know what I'm doing.
Fucking years. I got it, man. And we started walking around, and there was a few guys that had actually like jimmy rigged ropes with knots in, with a block of wood on the top that they could throw in between the two bits of metal so it would hook on there like a grappling string. And anyway, I turned down that offer because it was like £5 or £10 to use this bit of rope. But you still had to make the
They were trying to make an enterprise out of it,
for sure. So anyway, then I'm starting to walk the perimeter. I'm like, I'm getting in there, man. And I walked past one of the entrances, which was like a staff entrance, and a guy just looked at me and he's like, bro, you trying to get in? I was like, yeah, 100%, man. He's like, you want to pass? I was like, yeah, I do. Yeah. You got 4? And he went, I got more than 4. And I was like, right on, bro. How much? And he's like, £10. And I was like, perfect. And he's like, but I want them back. I'm going to come in with you, and then I'm going to take the pass back.
Oh, mate.
I was like, perfect. Let's go, man. We sure we got this? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, there's £40. Off you go. I looked at my pass. My name was Hilda Ogden. And I was like, mate, I'm Hilda Ogden. He's like, yeah, well, when I sent off the application for the passes, I couldn't think of names. So I just went through Coronation Street. And as we walked through the gate, I'm not joking, T, as we walked through the gate, security were like looking at us. And I'm like, bro, we sure we're good, man? And loud, he's like, fuck these idiots, man. They're stupid. Been doing this all day, bro. And I'm like, oh my God, man.
So you're like,
just got past, and he went, give me the passes back. And in front of them all, there's your passes, bro. And off he went back out.
Crazy.
Fair enough. £40.
I was in there for 2 days.
You can't complain, man. Them tickets. It's not even about the price of the tickets. Can you even get them now? That's
but they started turning into a lottery. A few years there, it was a lottery. You'd have to like phone up, get on the phone call when it like opened up the lines. Yeah, man, and hope you got it.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what, T. I don't want to hold you up too much, mate.
That's all good, man.
Yeah,
it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, mate.
Pleasure having you
nice
on.
to chat.
Likewise, brother.
Bro,
yeah, man.
Thanks for coming on.
Bro.
Yeah. Have fun at the festival.
I will do.
Mate.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys are too. Yeah,
man. And if you want
to come and check your set out.
All right.
Yeah, mate.
Sounds good. No worries. Cheers, guys.
Thanks very much, man.
On the stage with some cameras taking pictures of you, bro.
It's all good. It's all good.
Man. Make sure you smile.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
No worries. Cheers, guys, man. I'm like.